G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. Just having a little break, sitting by the water here, contemplating the world, and I wish I'd brought my fishing rod, because when I have a fishing rod I look like a productive member of society. Without it I just look like some bum, a hobo. Now I see some talk going around the Spursosphere. It's all getting a bit existential out there about what means something and what means nothing. It seems to be going a little bit nihilistic out there, coming to the conclusion where nothing means anything, which is a bit unfortunate, because if you go down a bit more of an existential approach, like Kierkegaard or someone like that, which I'm sure all these guys have read, you kind of create your own meaning in life. And it can help if you live authentically as well. But, you know, so what does football mean to me? Well, right at the moment, I'm riding on a high because we got 3 points in the Premier League, and we had a great performance against Southampton. And I think the words that Ange chose, he's a very smart guy. I think he doesn't just talk crap, you know what I mean? He puts a lot of thought into what he says, and I think that's one of the reasons why he looks down a lot, which some people have a bit of problem with. But there's a purpose and there's a reason for it, and I like hearing him, because I think, even though he obviously knows a lot more about football than me, I think he's got a similar philosophical outlook, which I would describe as a bit airy-fairy. A bit airy-fairy. Football is all about emotion and how it makes you feel. And Ange has talked many times that all the good things in his life, friends and family, he's met them all through football. All through football. How about that? He wouldn't have had such a meaningful existence if he had done a meaningful job as society dictates by being, he could be an assistant bank manager by now. So if you're going to go down the path of assigning any meaning to football, you've already jumped. You've already put one foot into the Kierkegaard pool of assigning your own meaning to things, because it's absurd. It's one of the things that tickles me about football. It's absurd that something that I've got no bearing on. No one cares what I say about it. No one at the football club anyway. Maybe you do out there, and if you do, maybe click a like and a subscribe. But somehow it affects my mood, which I don't mind, you know. I like reveling in emotions, mainly positive as possible. Sometimes, you know, the abyss pops up, and, you know, getting out of bed in the morning is a win for me sometimes. You get that way if you have panic attacks and severe depression, but hey, that's another story. So for me, the meaning of football at the moment is we won the last game, and I'm looking forward to the next two. Usually I just take it on a game-by-game basis. But man, I'm hoping that's what football does for me. It gives me hope. Even when we lose a game or play badly or get caned by Ipswich, there's always the next game around the corner. There's always a chance that things will be different, and they certainly were different against Southampton. The senior players rocked up, the junior players rocked up, and you can see what we can do as a team. We can beat anyone. Yeah, I know it was only Southampton, but that's who we were playing on the day. So my hope, my meaning, if you like, is full of happiness at the moment, because I think if we beat Manchester United in the quarter-final of the League Cup, and then do the unthinkable and beat Liverpool on the weekend, who are perhaps maybe starting to go through a struggly patch, couple of injuries creeping in here and there. I mean, Man United are up and down all over the place. You don't know what you're going to get with them. But Liverpool, I don't know, man. They seem to be struggling on the road a little bit. That's not based on any evidence. It's just my own gut feeling about it. And I don't know what their discipline's like, because I think one of their weak points, not that they had a lot of weak points under Klopp, was their discipline. If you got under their skin, you could rattle them, and hopefully we can do that on the weekend. So look, I'm hearing. Look, this is, to me, it's as well as football being absurd. It's absurd to say to people what games or football means to you. You can say what it means for yourself, but you can't define that on behalf of other people. So if someone got a lot of satisfaction out of the 5-0 drubbing of Southampton, I'm not going to complain with them. And if they didn't think much of it, I'm still not going to complain with them. But I draw the line at telling other people that this means nothing. Because when you think about it really hard for a second, none of football actually means anything at all. So if you're going to be in it, I would suggest perhaps if it makes you happy, that's a good thing. But if it on the whole makes you a bit bleeding miserable, I don't know, maybe find something that adds a bit of happiness to your life instead. Now, I've been having a look at the press over here. The press are, I mean, you know, I bag the Fleet Street meathead hacks quite a bit. The Australian press is as bad, if not worse. They're very, very hot and cold every time Spurs lose. Ange is, you know, he's an outsider, as he was seen in Australia. They didn't back him over here at all. But when he wins, he's one of our own. Oh, yeah, he's one of our own. We all claim him when he wins. Very hot and cold here. The press in England, I don't know where, I mean, they seem to have an anti-Tottenham agenda, but I did see serial upper-class pretending he's working-class twat Simon Jordan. He ranks we can win a trophy. Oh, well, that's something, Simon. We'll see what he says next week after he's had a couple of dinners with Daniel Levy. Oh, one absurd bloody point of view I heard was someone's only going to support managers that speak out against Levy. I don't know if you know much about employment in the world, and I'm not saying it's right, but one way to lose your job is to speak out against not just your boss, but the owner of the club. I think you won't last 5 seconds. So I think this person just wants a revolving door of chaos at Tottenham because they're on that channel, you know, Manchester City away, where I hear other comments talking about meaning, such as the great one I heard was, even if Ange does win a trophy, it doesn't mean anything. Nothing's changed. And I'll tell you what, I think it will change for me a bit. I'll be cock-a-hoot, man. Any tin can going on an open-top bus, seeing that on footage going through Tottenham would be bloody fantastic. But, you know, I'm just full of hope at the moment, full of hope. Hey, the wheels could all fall off. Maybe it was a false start we had against Southampton. Maybe it was because it was weaker opposition. Maybe we will struggle and get kicked out of the cup by Man United. Maybe we'll lose against Liverpool. But hey, what's the point of me thinking that? Because that's just looking down in the dumps. I'm not going to be down in the dumps. I'd rather say, yes, we're going to smash Man United 4-0. We're going to smash Liverpool 3-0. And if that don't happen, then I'll just look forward to the next game. I can keep doing that. I'm like a perpetual motion machine. Every time we cock something up, there's a game just round the corner. I'll look forward to that one. But I don't know. I've got a feeling in my water that Spurs' season is about to change for the better. I mean, we were looking great on stats like goal difference, goals conceded, goals scored. So there's something right. There's something right at Tottenham. And hopefully with a bit of, I think the key word that I've heard people talk about is consistency. Like every team's super consistent. I mean, outside, like, you know, top 3 teams, every team's inconsistent. I don't know, every team wins games and loses games. Otherwise, everyone would be equal number 1 at the top. That's just what way football goes. But I think, man, if we beat Man United and Liverpool, not only are we in the semi-finals of a cup, but we're starting to make inroads on the Premier League table, which in this weird old season, there's a whole gaggle of us waiting there, flooded engines or something. I don't know what's going on, but no team's breaking through into the upper reaches of the table. And also it looks like the teams at the top, Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool, Manchester City and Arsenal, may be faltering a little bit. So it's not over yet, man. It's not over yet. I'm still saying the quad is still on. I've been saying something similar to like that. Usually it was just the treble when we were banned out of Europe. I've been saying that since 1976. I'm not going to stop now. And I don't see any reason to change my meaning about football. And I ain't going to dictate what your meaning about football should be. I'm here for the shits and giggles, having a laugh and supporting the Lily Whites. gives me a lot of joy in my life, gives me a reason to look forward to the next couple of days as you get older. Having something to look forward to, even if it is just a bleeding football match, does mean a lot in your life when you're living in this world of 2024 where everything's going to shit and everything's an app and everything's just bollocks. Footy, even though it has changed a bit, it has got softer, they're earning more money, and we've got big brother cameras all over the place. When the whistle goes, I still get excited. And I was excited for the Southampton game, and I'm going to get bloody pumped up for the Manchester United quarter-final coming on Friday morning. I think it's 7 a.m, 6 or 7 a.m. in Australia. I'll be doing a watch-along. I really enjoyed the Southampton game. Well, I enjoy when we win anyway. So if you want to know when I'm going live, click like and subscribe. Anyway, folks, I don't know what your meaning is about football. Does it mean anything to you? Let me know down in the comments below, which I won't reply to, but everyone will get a thumbs up and a love heart. Anyway, till next time, folks. Peace and love, man. Peace and love. Come on, you Spurs.